All right, guys, it's another rainy day here in Pennsylvania, and I'm not worried about it. We are weeks away from doing anything in the field. We are behind like the guys in the Midwest. We're, I don't know, 2-3 weeks behind, maybe more. Even in Western Pennsylvania, we're like 2 weeks behind. So it's kind of hanging out here on the eastern side of Pennsylvania. We've got our own time frame when we have to do stuff. I think my corn last year was planted on March 19th, and there were still guys that weren't done even around the 19th. So I'm going to start putting some of these parts on the tractors while I talk to you guys here. I don't think I need to do a how-to on how to install an air filter. Most guys know how. This is on the 685, and the old one I saw the other day. Hang on here a second. All right, I'll get a little light here on the, I have to turn the camera off to turn the light on. It's the weirdest thing. So inside your battery cover here, you have your air filter assembly down in here. Basically, you just take the cap off, and I'm just gonna talk while I do this. So I gotta unthread this cap. So yeah, we have our own weather pattern here. It's kind of an odd. Some guys would say that's pretty late to plant corn, but hey, it is what it is here where we are in this climate in these mountains. And I'm not afraid to be late. I have been late on several occasions, or several years, and usually it has been in my favor to be late because most times when the early bird's corn was in tassel, that's when we hit our summer drought, it seems like. But so I get the cap off here. And you can see it's a little dirty. I'm going to get a rag and clean it all up. This has an inner and an outer filter, like most of them do. The inner filter, I looked at, it was in good shape. I only change the inner filter every 2 or even 3 times. I'm not a tillage farmer, so there's very little dust in the field. Very little things that get sucked up into the engine with not having any exposed dirt. So you guys can hear it rain. And then you take your cap off here. There's a rubber washer on this cap. We're going to take that off because the new one came with one. And then you can easily one-handed pull your old air filter out. It's not terrible. There's guys that have a lot worse air filters out there. And this is a case part number, so who knows how long it's been in there, but it's getting pretty dark colored. And if I tap this on the ground, you guys could see the dust coming out of it. So we'll change it. You can blow these out, but I know some guys, they don't recommend doing that. It's hit or miss. It all depends on what you want to do. You get your air chuck and you go in on the inside and blow out. You can usually run them a little bit longer if you want. And that, I don't know if that date is November of 01. I would doubt that it's that old, but could be. So we got the old one out, set the new one aside of it. It's a little bit different design. The fins are a little lower on this one. Shouldn't affect anything. You can see on the case there's a lot more steel here up on top than here. It's just the variations in the parts, and who knows if this is a patented design with the way things are. But this is Baldwin, so it's not, I mean, it's a common farm filter. So, and you can see the inner air filters in here. And the date on that is 2002. So yeah, like my suspicions are correct on this tractor. This sat a lot. And I think this tractor was not on a farm. I think this was on some guy that had acreage that was using this thing to mow or rotocut. Just some of the signs I've seen with it, I just don't think that this was on a farm. I think it was an acreage owner that had it. I think it was always inside, and that's kind of the key as to why it looks so nice. It is nice to have this muffler replaced now. There was hot exhaust blowing down here. I showed that in a past video. So, but that inner air filter is pretty darn clean. I can still see the 90% of the, or even more than 90% of the dirt's going to be caught by this one. So this is your new washer here, and you take it off the old one here. So if I can do this one, like I say, doing this one-handed. So yeah, spring's coming here. We got some weeks till we're even going to be doing anything here. So yeah, it's another year to be figuring stuff out numbers wise, as far as what I need for spray, what I need for baler twine. Basically another year to lose money. So it's a good opportunity every year. And with every year there's a fresh chance to lose some more money. So alright, we got that switched around. And I'm going to write the date on this just because, so I know when I changed it. So hold on, I'll come back with you. Close enough. It is 3/18. So we will stick this in here. These fins are hanging up on the hood. So if I have guys that complain about not changing the inner air filter from 2002, like I say, just be, like I say, I don't think this tractor was ever in field conditions. I think this tractor was at like an estate or somebody's property with acreage. I really do. Just because of some of the signs on it. I think they had a 3-point finish mower on, and I can show you why. You guys knew that one tire had the tread ripped off of it, and those 3-point finish mowers are the #1 culprit for taking tread off of rear tractor tires, because a lot of people don't use the stabilizers on the back anymore on their 3-point, and when you lift up your finish mower, excuse me, it swings side to side and hits the tires and chews off tread, those caster wheels in the front. And for some people it may sound far-fetched, but believe me, working at the dealership, we had a lot of tractors come in with those finish mowers on the back. We had a lot of people that had acreage that didn't do their service. They had the dealer do it. And especially with compacts tractors, a lot of those compacts, the rear tires from those finish mowers, those caster wheels would swing to one side, the caster wheels would hit the tire and basically take the rubber off. So that's what it reminded me of when I saw these tires. So we are getting new tires on this tractor, by the way. That's going to be happening this week sometime. So I'll get into that. That's a whole nother video. I didn't really say anything yet about it. So got our new air filter in. So this is a very easy thing to do today. Very simple task. So I'm going to get a rag and clean this out and put the cap back on. So just a little conversation today, I guess. All right, it's really raining now. So we got our cap cleaned up. I'm gonna put it back on here. And this is the point where you'll know if the filter fits or not, because your cap won't work. I can trying to do this one-handed. It's not the easiest. All right, we had a hydraulic line that was hanging up on it, so we got it in. Good to go. So yeah, I don't have any exposed dirt here on the farm, so there's no dirt or dust flying in any of my fields. Spraying, you don't pick up that much dirt or dust, especially in hay fields. Making hay, usually mowing, it's more or less getting grasshoppers and bugs in the grill. So you could get some, I guess, that could be sucked in the air intake that your filter would catch. So it's not as often as a maintenance issue when you no-till. I know there's tractors that used to come into the shop that it had half of the county's dirt in the air intake and filter. It's just how it is sometimes. It's common. So, all right, that's a long enough video for today. We're just having a conversation here while I do try to get some service done. Tomorrow's video, I'll get into some more things. Maybe we'll do a progressive video on some maintenance here. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Thanks for coming along, and stay tuned. I don't know what else we have coming, but just keep on rolling here. So happy spring to everybody.